This is video for routine 105 of the clickable game. It first sets XY to 15, 300, the font to bold 14 points, color to black, sets K to 0 and I to 0. Then for J of 1, and down here, next J for 1. It's going to go around here 4 times, once for each of the colors. Then it says text, the data, at page A plus 2304 plus K, put it on the screen, add 20 to Y, that's it, go down a little bit. Then it does a checking for clicking. We're going to go to that next. But right after that, it puts the clicking text options of 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then it adds 30 to it, goes down to the next parameter below it, and then puts the text for that onto the screen, adds 20 to it, checks for clickable. Then it does the text again, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It adds again to Y, 128 to K, but then it says branch if less than 380 to FE. Here it's determining whether it can continue going down or it has to move over. If it has to move over, it increases X by 250 and sets Y back to 300, which is what it was when it started. Well, let's see what this is doing. We'll go to execute. What it's doing is down below here, it's putting the name of the option and then put the values below it. The name of the option, put the values below it. But then it sees it can't keep going down this way and doing that. So it goes back here to Y of 300 and puts the next parameters, and then the next ones, and then the next ones. It goes around all 4 colors. Now I've highlighted the rest of this routine, which is actually a subroutine. It's a subroutine at label FH, and down here it does a return to F. This subroutine was created for when you click on the parameter. And first, it saves the values of X and Y into U and V. Then it subtracts some from Y and sets TW to 24,150, adds a little bit to X, and does a box R, which is box to rectangle, giving it click number 21 plus I, and then it checks to see if it was clicked on. If it wasn't clicked on, it goes to FJ, right down here. However, if it is clicked on, it does a mat instruction to get the value of C. Remember, there's 5 options. So here it says there's 5 columns and there's 1 row. So it gets a value in there, but then it adds 4 to that value because the values don't go from 0 to 4, but they go from, 4 to 8. So it adds 4 to C to get the pick value. That's what the player is picking. Well, if they didn't click, it comes down here, sets WS, that's the width, to 24, and then it says branch if not equal, show answer to 1. Well, if show answer is a 1, that means it's supposed to show the answer. If not, it goes down here to FL. Well, if it shows the answer, then it sets X value to the answer pick, multiplies it by 30 because they're 30 apart, adds to it the offset to the beginning of it on the row, but then it has to subtract from that because this index up here goes from 4 to 8, not 0 to 4. Then it sets the color to red, the quill to 2, that's how wide the line is going to be. It's going to draw here a rectangle. Then, if it doesn't outline that, in either case anyway, it comes down here. It sets X the pick value plus I, multiplies it by 30. Then it adds U to that, subtracts 95. Again, it has to adjust it for the fact that these values don't go from 0 to 4, they go from 4 to 8. So it makes adjustments to the X value. Sets the color to brown, does a rectangle fill, and then it puts the original X and Y values back. And sets the color back to black, and then increases I by 1. Alright, well, let's go look at this and see what it's doing. We execute the program. Here is where it's asking you to click on one of these values. Right now, they match. I'm going to click over here on 5. Now it doesn't agree with what the answer is supposed to be. But I can go up here and toggle the answer on off. And now you see here's where it drew the red box around the actual answer. And you see here all the others are answered correctly because they're over top of the red box. So I'll put this one back again. I put the brown on top of it. Alright. This is the end of the video for routine 105 of Clickable.